Late summer, 1944.
Patton's tanks can still see the enemy. What they can't see is fuel. That night, an invisible highway appears across France. No headlights, no passing, no stopping, just trucks. Thousands of them. They call it the Red Ball Express, an improvised artery built in days, not months, to keep the breakout from Normandy from stalling. Ports are shattered. Rail lines are twisted metal. The front is moving faster than maps can be printed. So the only thing left that can move fast enough is rubber and gasoline. Trucks. The idea is brutally simple. Two looping routes, nicknamed red and white, running one way only. Loads move forward on one loop, empties return on the other. Military police stand at every choke point like conductors of a dangerous symphony. Speed limits, spacing, hand signals. Miss a cue, and the entire convoy locks up. Look at the dashboard of a driver in the dark. The glass is taped, headlights blacked out, reduced to dim cat's eyes to keep a truck from announcing itself to the sky. 60 feet between bumpers, the rule says. On narrow French lanes, 60 feet can feel like 60 inches. Most of the men at the wheel are black GIs from transportation units, drivers, wreckers, mechanics, who do 12 hours on, 12 off, then do it again. They learn to sleep in snatches and eat where they can. They learn the feel of a loaded 2.5 on wet cobbles and the way a worn clutch talks back through your boot. They learn that if you break down, you pull off. The convoy does not stop for you. It can't. Signs bloom along the route. Keep 'em rolling. In towns just freed, kids count trucks like stars. At the hub, places like Alençon, mechanics chew through tires, axles, and springs. Wreckers prowl like wolves, towing the lame to the roadside where quick repairs become a kind of field surgery. What runs on this highway? Everything that an army eats, wears, shoots, or burns. Ammunition, rations, medical supplies, spare parts that save a tank from becoming a bunker, and above all else, gasoline. The front's appetite is staggering. Hundreds of thousands of gallons a day. Every can matters. Every hour matters more. Night falls, and the highway keeps breathing. Engines drone, wind buffets canvas. A driver blinks, just once too long, and a ditch jumps sideways. Every so often, one officer admits, you pass a truck and the driver is asleep. Fatigue is an enemy without a uniform. There are wrecks. There are ambushes and strafing runs. There are moments when headlights would save lives, and they still stay dark. MPs wave traffic through in the rain, in fog, in the kind of cold that eats fingers through gloves. They are the human traffic lights of a war fought at 30 miles an hour. Yet the numbers climb. Day after day, tonnage boards chalk higher targets and higher totals. On record days, the Express pushes well over 10,000 tons forward. Across roughly 80 days, the system hauls hundreds of thousands of tons, enough to keep the pursuit alive while ports are cleared and rails repaired. It's not pretty. It's not elegant. It works. Ask a tanker what the Red Ball meant, and he might point to the moment when he didn't have to point his gun at a petrol truck and beg. Ask an infantryman, and he might tell you about boots that arrived before his feet froze. Ask the quartermaster, and he'll say the quiet part out loud. Logistics isn't the thing after victory. It's the thing that makes victory possible. There's pride here, and there's cost. Rows of tires stacked like cordwood are proof that roads can be consumed. So are the crosses that mark drivers who never made the last turn. But the line holds. The trucks keep their spacing, and the front keeps moving. By late autumn, new ports open. Rail lines begin to carry the weight they were designed for. The red ball ramps down, mission done, and its lessons become doctrine. Priority routes, one-way loops, traffic control as a weapon. The template spreads to other express runs that carry the war across rivers and into Germany. When people tell the story of 1944, they speak of generals and armored thrusts and cities taken in a day. This story is about the space between those headlines, about a river of fuel and food and parts that never fired a shot, a highway with no headlights, and men who could navigate by sound, by smell, by the rhythm of a gearbox, men who kept the war from stopping. The Red Ball Express was a solution nobody planned to need, built by people who refused to accept that impossible was a speed limit. In the dark, they drew a line across a continent. They kept it moving, and the front stayed cold. This is Cold Front. New stories every week.